What's up, everyone? It's Teddy, aka JamesKisau on MTGO, coming back for another donation bonus league. This list comes from Adam, who previously sent us the Jeskai version of JamesKisau, Grixis Control, and Sky Hussar Stiflenot. Brilliant deck brewer. And he noted that, hey, Infect is a deck that wants to target its own creatures, just like Cephalid Breakfast. Why not have a Nadu pivot in the sideboard for those matchups where there's more removal? And I was like, yeah, that's pretty good because Infect can goldfish with the best of them. Sometimes you have a turn 3 kill off a land, no less. Inkmoth Nexus with Invigorate and Berserk. Helped out with Noble Hierarch most of the time. It's pretty powerful stuff. However, Infect's biggest weakness has long been removal spells. They're pretty good heuristics for making Infect hard to leverage, whether it be using removal at sorcery speed, or whether it be waiting till after combat if you're not taking lethal Infect, just remove it after that to make pump spells not really used for anything. It's a very interesting deck, and it takes a lot of hard work to play. And I've never played it before. I did one league before this. Maybe that video will surface someday, but that was a prior version of the deck with the Wastelands in the main board. And it didn't go super well, so we took it back to the shop, and I just went way more in on green sources. Wasteland is now in the sideboard. I swapped out Vines of Vastwood for Embiggen just because it felt like we needed more of that part of the combo. And this is where we landed. I'm really excited to try some of these cards again, like Hydroelectric Specimen. It's a very good card for the deck since we're kind of running a like a low-ish land count for Legacy and we're not playing Ponder, so having a card that can either be a blocker to help us survive so we can just get to that next attack step and get our lethal infect in, a land, a blue source no less, or it could also be protection as a it comes in and you can change the target of like a removal spell to specimen, and if it's a lightning bolt, even better because that won't even take specimen out. Has Spellskite vibes. Another cool thing about specimen is that it can pitch to force a will. So yeah, I think that's about all I've got. I'm not really a seasoned Infect player, but I'm excited to try it out because it seems like a really fun deck with some very powerful lines. And yeah, let's get going. This is Adam's Nadu Infect. All right, welcome to the league, everyone. And let's just see what we got here. I think this hand is pretty good. We have 2 threats, 2 dazes. I mean, they are 2 mana threats, so like dazing might be a little awkward, but I think I just play Windswept Heath on 1. And oh crap, did I forget to put a Hedge Maze in here? I feel like I forgot to put a Hedge Maze in here. Yeah, that was bad. Alright, so they're gonna cycle Street Wraith on their main phase, then play Once Upon a Time. I don't think Doomsday really plays Once Upon a Time, so I think this might be... Okay, it's like, yeah, this deck. Putrid Imp, that card's pretty important to counter. It's a very strong enabler. We're gonna have to deal with a lot of frickin' lizards soon if I don't do this right now, so... Although maybe I'm playing too much like a control deck, I'm not quite sure. Embiggen. Yeah, this could be a pretty powerful Blighted Agent strike. I think it'll depend on how much interaction they have. Binquery? Shit. I lost my land. That's not good. I did end up with a Glistener Elf, but I don't think it's really going to be able to get through. Hollow one. Yeah, that's pretty good. This might be a difficult deck to race. Oh, they have Lion's Eye Diamond too? Putrid Imp. Yeah, I can't afford to set myself back a land drop any longer. I really can't. Here comes Blazing Root Walla. What are the odds that they attack with everything next turn? I think it's kind of low, honestly. I think they'll leave back a blocker, seeing as I'm playing Infect. Another Invigorate. Yeah, I mean, geez, I don't know. Play Hierarch and pass. This might not happen in time. We'll see. Good news is I can daze whatever I want now. Oh, maybe that would have been a reason. Well, I don't know. Blindside Diamond kind of makes daze not good. Yeah. All right. Good news is I can block with Hierarch next turn. Yeah, just play Blighted Agent, I guess. This would be a lot better if I had a Forcible, I think. Oh, hold the phone. Um, I forgot I tapped Noble Hierarch to yes. Yeah. Fenris Cloud is great, yeah. Um all right, block Hollow One and then Invigorate. Yes, that happens. Combat Trick. Oh yeah. Oh, maybe, yeah, maybe I was supposed to not block with Noble Hierarch anyways because I need the Exalted to get over the line here. And yeah, it looks like I think we got it. Brainstorm. Yeah, no time for that. Let's get to going. Hope I didn't count wrong. Enlargen. Yeah, here we go. There's really nothing else to do but put it all face up. Alright, we did it. Man, I forgot about combat tricks. Combat tricks are so good. Grafdigger's Cage. It's kind of interesting in this matchup, but I don't think it's really where I want to be. You could try Force of Vigor if you thought Hollow One was going to be a problem. You could bring in Fairy Macabre and Surgical Extraction if Vengevine seems like a problem. But provided I have Inkmoth Nexus or Blighted Agent, I'm pretty sure we can race this deck reasonably. Yeah, I should probably bring in this Graveyard Hate. And yeah, I almost feel like they're not going to try and interact. So I don't know if I need quick reflexes. Are they going to try and Blood Moon me? Doesn't seem incredibly likely. We can trim some of the more Nadu package stuff and just focus on comboing here. Yeah, there's almost no reason for Green Sun Zenith beyond the Mana Acceleration, which is actually kind of nice. So let's try that. I'll trim one. I think this hand is pretty good despite not having any blue mana. I mean, there's Noble Hierarch. That is blue mana. And then we'll see if Surgical is any good. Putrid Imp. Lion's Eye Diamond. Lion's Eye Diamond. Yeah, it's pretty good. Wonder if I should extract Anger. Or do I want them to... No, I don't really want them to attack. Wish I could look at Anya's Ravager. I'll let him put it on the stack. There it is. Okay. Yeah, let's extract Anger. Run 2 copies. Deafening Silence looks like the interaction they're bringing in. No Fatal Push or anything like that. Alright. But it does feel like what we're doing is way too slow. It's funny. Alright, play Noble Hierarch. I'm thinking I'll just use Invigorate as a removal spell for Anya's Ravager. Ravager. Man, that's pretty good. You don't get to keep your pump. But yeah, this engine's going to be just completely out of control if I don't stem it right now. Land go. Force of Will. Might not be good enough. Try Brainstorm. Okay, Blighted Agent is more along what we're looking for. But still not, like, incredible, you know? We were really hoping for some pump spells here. And next turn I'll probably just play Glistener Elf, right? And Dried Arbor. But yeah, for now, I'll play Blighted Agent. Foothills. Wonder if they just ripped a bunch of lands. No attack is definitely nice. Because I definitely wouldn't have blocked my Blighted Agent. Play Dried Arbor. Hit for 2 Infect. Very cool. Play a Glistener Elf. So I have to draw Basic Forest next turn, which is not ideal, but it could be worse. Faithless Looting. Forcing this doesn't really make sense, unfortunately. They can flash it back. Vengevine and Ox of Agonis. That is really scary. Street Wraith gets cycled, yep. Putrid Imp. They cast one more creature spell, which they can via Ox. It's not good. And they have a hollow one. I guess I'm countering hollow one. If they want to exile their graveyard to cast Ox, that's fine. Alright, block that there. Probably have to jump Vengevine coming up too. They did not cast the Ox, which is nice. But yeah, we are not racing this fast enough. Unless I draw like... I don't even think Invigorate will help. Takes 2 turns off the clock. Oh wait, no, Invigorate would help. Yeah, it would help a lot. Basking a Rootwalla. It's really nice to have those angers gone. But yeah, I'm not quite sure why they're not casting Ox here. Ox can be a real problem for me. Alright, come on, Invigorate. One time for me, Inkmoth Nexus. I don't really think we're hanging in there. I mean, now I can block with Noble Hierarch as well, like... I don't actually need the Exalted anymore, I just need the pump spell. Activate Nexus. Block the Rootwalla and Vengevine. That's what I got. I'm at 2. May I draw a pump spell? Days. Well, we were close. Also worth noting, Berserk would not have been good enough there. It would have if I could have kept my Hierarch, but not quite. So they didn't bring in any interaction. We're just gonna race. Guess that makes Blighted Agent pretty important. Although their flyers, like Putrid Imp, can't block if they have flying, so maybe I shouldn't worry about that as much either. Maybe Scythecat Cub is pretty good. That's the kind of pump that persists. I'm gonna trim one of the specimen. Infect always has a really pitiful blue card count. There's not much to be helped with that. But it is very funny. Glistener Elf, Berserk, Quick Reflexes, Hierarch. It's a key, but it's a weird one. Quick Reflexes is going to be like something of a removal spell here, I think. And Berserk will be the coup de grace. Fairy Macabre will hopefully keep us in this a little longer. We'll go Glistener Elf on 1. Getting a lot more keepable hands than the last league I tried. Hollow one. Hollow one's pretty hard to bust through. Oh, and that's nice. Man, I can't believe I forgot the hedge maze. I was like, I got all this stuff. I made sure to do all this stuff to make the deck more viable, but I forgot the hedge maze. Those exalted triggers are like the secret weapon for this deck, I feel like. They are so crucial. Days. Not bad. Hmm. I wonder if they're just missing... They must be missing a piece here before their hand gets really explosive. Play another Glistener Elf. Makes me a lot more eager to use this Berserk as well. I think we can go for a win next turn. Between quick reflexes, maybe Daze will help out, I'm not sure. It's also this weird spot where I need blockers out of the way. But I have 2 quick reflexes here. But I can only tap Glistener Elf once when it attacks. Another looting. Yeah, I should really daze that. Getting the GGs. Or no, good games. Oh, and Invigorate? Trying to think of what they could have. Let's just start with... Well, yeah, let's actually go with this. Okay. We just got there. Alright. Took down Hollow Vine in a pretty thrilling race. Starting out this league 1-0. Okay, here we go for round 2. Yeah. Another classic chipping away with Exalted. Not to mention, quick reflexes plus Nexus is like a pretty crazy removal spell. The only funny thing about this hand is having a blue card, or a Force of Will but no blue card. Classic Infect start of Noble Hierarch. I will say, like, we are kind of lacking any subterfuge here since this is also a very, like, clear Nadu start. A lot of Nadu decks start like this. So we're kind of giving away our sideboard thingy. Ponder off a volcanic island. If this is Sneak and Show, I feel like we can possibly race. If it's Delver, well, quick reflexes is at least very good against that. Glistener Elf. Okay. Play Nexus. And play Elf off of Hierarch. That way I can still leave up quick reflexes even if they pressure the Hierarch. We could even save this Nexus from a wasteland using quick reflexes if this is indeed Delver, but it's seeming a lot more like Sneak and Show at this point. What with the shuffling on the Ponder and another Ponder. No, we'll see though. No shuffle that time. Alright, we'll see what happens. Another Invigorate would be nice. Another Nexus, that's not bad either. Unfortunately, this doesn't have the Blink Moth Nexus ability that can pump other Nexuses, so... Or Blink Moths, rather. So I think we just attack with Glistener Elf here. Get that to Infect. See what we can get away with next turn. City of Traders. Stock up. So they're not going off yet. Going to clean up here. Dropping in an Omniscience. Alright. Noble Hierarch. Yeah, we'll play it off this one. We're one short. This doesn't actually increase our damage output this turn. Because activating both Nexus, that's 2 extra damage versus the 2 I'm getting off Exalted anyways. I mean, one thing I could do is Invigorate. Just put them 2/9 Infect before they have like Omniscience out or whatever and a bunch of free counter magic. Doesn't seem that bad. Alright. So if they sneak attack an Emrakul, I only have 6 permanents. So I would not get to swing back with Glistener Elf for lethal. That means I should play this because, I mean, they could show and tell and I could get this for free. But yeah, I just don't think the quick reflexes are going to really matter here. And yeah, they do force. So I'm feeling like they've been setting up sneak attack Emrakul. And I think it's going to work, unfortunately. Oh, never mind. It resolved. Yep. There's sneak attack. Yeah. Oh no. Well, hopefully they don't hit more mana. Oh, they hit Lotus Petal, but I don't see another creature. It might already be in their hand. I hope not. But yeah, they just missed on creature. Yeah, they're playing the Petal. Oh no. No. Alright. Oh man. So yeah, I just don't have what I need to survive here. I don't have enough permanence. I mean, I could survive, but I think it's going to be pretty easy for them to rebuild. Whatever, we'll play to the outs. We'll play to the outs. Alright. Activating Rainforest. Brainstorm. I mean, what else did they put in their hand? A show and tell? Why would they take that over stock up? Still do it. They have another one anyways. No, they didn't hit. Triad Arbor. Alright, I guess that's step 1. And I guess they're Brainstorm locked too? Not sure what could be in their hand right now. Okay, they're not Brainstorm locked. Ponder. Don't think we're gonna make it. Yeah. Alright, it was close. I think a slightly different draw would have let us win the race, but that's okay. Do I want these wastelands? Once we have our threat down, we can race more effectively if we're wastelanding them. Don't need the basic forest. Pendlehaven would have swung that race. I guess I'll take Surgical. Force of Vigor can take out Sneak Attack, but them casting Sneak Attack and passing the turn is like not really something that happens. So yeah, we won't go with that. Consign would have helped a lot that game. The race was that tight. Then yeah, Zenith will be too slow. Except when it's speeding us up, I guess. Think of it as like Noble Hierarch number 5. Definitely trim the Safekeeper and the Cub. 1 Specimen. Actually, I'm going to cut the quick reflexes. Bring back Specimen and a Zenith. Try that. Sure. We definitely lead on Nexus, which is kind of funny. Down to 5. Yeah, the issue with the Wasteland is that Or I guess more accurately, the issue with Nexus is that it just takes investment. But we got the lands. Alright. Invigorate. It's looking pretty good. And I think we get our damage in wherever we can. I'm not going to wait to like draw Berserk. They have response. Oh, Spell Pierce. Well, that's fine. Thundering Falls. Spinning Red Blast. Sure. Blighted Agent. I think that will be a better investment in the long run. So I'm gonna Wasteland there. And play Blighted Agent. They might already have a Red Blast, I'm not sure. Hierarch. Alright, play Pendelhaven. Play Hierarch. Power up this Blighted Agent. Hit for 3. And see if I can win next turn. I'll have Specimen to protect it from a Red Blast. Sneak attack. Sneak attack pass. I feel like we got a real shot here. Especially if I draw like Force. Ooh, another Embiggen? Okay, that should do it. That should do it. Power that up. Swing. Embiggen. Force of Will, you got it. How about this? Oh yeah. Alright. That was the easy one. I mean, I guess they did just play Sneak Attack and pass the turn. Maybe Force of Vigor's not so bad. I don't know. Or they could like Sneak Attack and Atraxa, and with that trigger on the stack, maybe I could Force of Vigor it, and things would be okay. Wasteland is going to be worse on the draw for sure, because we're just racing. But I'll take a couple, I guess. Unfortunately, I think we need to do better than 4 lands. Yeah, I think this is better. Keep bottom Surgical. Rainforest, Petal. I wonder if I'm supposed to force the Lotus Petal. Probably not. Another Nexus. Alright. I also probably should have kept that basic force in, since sometimes these decks pivot onto like a Blood Moon strategy. Should have thought about that. Binning Show and Tell? Should have kept that Surgical. But you can never really count on your opponent doing something like that. It's unlikely. Stock up. Chrome Mox. They put a Spell Pierce under there. Green Sun Zenith. Okay. That's a fine pitch for Force. See if I can find anything here. Consign, no blues. Yeah, this is a weird spot. Wonder if I'm supposed to just go after the Chrome Mox here. If I'm just purely racing, it really doesn't feel right. Another stock up. I don't think I'm really going to get the chance to like destroy Sneak Attack with Force of Vigor. Just feels so weird going after the Chrome Mox. It feels weirdly right, though. They did not fight over it. Can I afford to invest in Noble Hierarch? Or do I just need to hold up Consign? Probably need to hold up Consign. Alright, newly controlled. Do that. Hit for 2 Infect here. Almost there. Brainstorm. Pretty scary to see that from a combo deck. Forest. I mean, I do have lethal here, but they almost certainly have a way to beat it. A little sad that maybe I could have afforded to cast Hierarch last turn if I knew I was going to use Force of Vigor like that. I'm not really sure. I feel like it is hard to say. Man, what are they waiting for? Alright, well, I'm gonna go for it. Can even beat Spell Pierce. Force Pitch Force. Try it again. Force Will Pitch Spell Pierce. Alright. Well, try it again next turn. They spend all their resources, like, if they go like land, sneak attack, Emrakul, I consign the Annihilator trigger. I can't believe we got them on the run. That surprises me. Brainstorm. If they do put a big creature in the way, it's not going to be easy. But yeah, we scared them enough that they weren't more aggressive. They didn't go over the top of us, and we kind of just steadily got them down. Wow, 2-0. Here we go for the next round, round 3. I'm gonna try this. I'm not super convinced it will be good, but I think it'll be pretty good. Embiggen Berserk is like such a combo. I have Force of Will. Blighted Agent is hard to block. Tropical Island, not famous for removal spells, I'll say. Another Blighted Agent. Yeah, Embiggen Berserk is like, dude. Don't even try to calculate how much damage that is. Bowmasters would be annoying. I'm out of double force now. I'll force back if it worries you that much. Heh, yeah. This might be pretty good for us. Or maybe they have Bowmasters and they were just doing this because they didn't want to get dazed. Maybe it's just the no blocking thing. People don't like the no blocking thing. Also, people don't like Rakshas's Bargain. It's too many cards. It's just too many cards. I've heard people say that. They bottom, or they trash Bowmasters and Lorien Revealed. We can beat Force Blue card. Okay, now we can beat Daze too. That's pretty sick. Okay, so here we go. Attack. Embiggen. Berserk! Ah! That was great. Oh my god. Those Bowmasters, though. Damn. That player's super heads up. Forcing Blighted Agent when they were like, I don't have a removal spell. This person's cool as hell. Alright, Nadu. Maybe a couple Wastelands. No. How about Fluster? And then we can trim Berserk, Specimen, 1 days, and probably a Glistener Elf against the Bowmaster's deck. Yeah, they're a little bit of a liability. Got Nexus, Berserk, Force blue card, Safekeeper on 1. It's a little bit clunky of a hand. I guess it doesn't have to be, though. We can just play a Nadu game. Only problem is they have Murktide regions, and those are just better than our creatures. So we still kind of have to win quickly. We don't have like a true combo finish, or even removal spells. There's a Blighted Agent. That's good. Tropical Island. Sylvan Safekeeper. Oh yeah, we just dropped that. There's no chance I'm sacrificing that Tropical Island. In a deck with a lower land count, it's like not the most wise thing to think you can combo with Nadu Safekeeper. Yep. I mean, a green source could win this. Fluster, it's not bad. Hit for 1. Maybe should have hit for 2 though with this Nexus. You'd definitely be winning that race. Fluster that. Brainstorm. Yeah, it's fine. They didn't play a land last turn. They might be in a squeeze. If I don't draw a land, I'm just gonna Zenith for 0, get my Dryad Arbor. I could Zenith for 1 and get Hierarch, that would be even better. But then I'm weak to days. I have days. It doesn't change much. I'm still gonna do that. Noble Hierarch. For just a little more damage. Well, they appear to be Brainstorm locked. They appear to not be Brainstorm locked. But there's some component of their hand they wanted to hold on to. Don't know what that means. I think it's rather chilling, honestly. Up the beanstalk. I don't think I fight over that. There's only a few cards I care about from here on out. Cards that can win faster than me, or cards that stop me from winning. It's a problem when they have like multiple beanstalks, because then like their forces can find other forces and stuff like that, and it just gets a little out of control. But until then, like, we're not feeling that bad. That was kind of not a great draw. The problem with playing Nadu here is that it really impacts my forced blue card situation. I could just go for a win, I guess. I don't know. They have force. I know they do. Block? Oh yeah, they can't block this. That's cool. Force, pitch, force. Is there any reason to hold on to this days? Honestly, yeah, I think so. Pitch Nadu. Oh, come on, dude. I mean, they pitched Murktide. That's kind of cool. Do I still Berserk? I don't think so. I think I just play Cub, second main. Halts their aggression pretty effectively. Could line up a win next turn. Especially if I draw a fetch land. Bowmasters. Yeah. A second Beanstalk? Whoa, whoa, whoa. You gotta slow down a little bit. Oh, now what? If you push, you'll be sorry. Hmm. No one heard that. Um, let's get these guy. Berserk is barely not lethal. This is the last turn Daze is going to be any good. And sometimes you wish you had Nadu. Sometimes you do. I'm gonna Green Sun for 0. Trigger Cub. Put it on Nexus, I guess. That way I don't need Berserk to resolve for this to be lethal. Murderous Cut. You could have waited. I'm glad you didn't. That's a lot of cards, but it's also a lot of mana. Don't forget, Berserk gives Trample. We have a cool 6 cards in hand. Carpet. Might as well. Might as well not, actually. I don't have any islands. Biggin. I mean, none of this matters. It just needs to survive, which is not the most likely. We'll try. Put it there. Okay. Go to combat. Attack. Fatal push? No! Yeah, I don't have quick reflexes. Wow. Guess I gotta win with the cub. Deal a bunch of damage. They have too many cards in hand though. That really felt like my window. A third beanstalk? Sure, why not? Alright, so they'll draw 5. That's really freaking funny. I need a Putrefax up in this list. I need that haste, that element of surprise. They've drawn twice as many cards as I have. So I want to at least point out how sick we are. Brainstorm. I think that is actually one of the worst draws from here. It would wipe my whole board. I actually kind of grow tired of this. They have what they need. I'll take a Daze on the play. Now they've seen the Nadu. But I need to, like, just race at this point. Take the Berserk back. I'll keep one Nadu as, like, an option. Fluster can stay. Trim Safekeeper. Because, yeah, we're, like, pretty much never in a position of wanting to lose our lands. This is a pretty quick win. There are some problems with it. Like, oh no, I'm on the play. I mean, they could still Fatal Push Dried Arbor, but I feel like they don't really want to. Oh, okay, they want to. Sure. Well, see if I draw a land. Of course I do. This is bullshit. Is this what I've been doing to people? It's not good. But we'll run them out of threats eventually, or answers. Not at Force of Will, but no blue card. It's fine. Play that. Brainstorm. Alright. Safe from Bowmasters for a second here. We have like no bad draws. Brainstorm, I get a blue card for Force. Green card. Probably supercharges my Moth Nexus. Land, I can play Cub, activate Nexus, and put counters on it. It's all good. Yeah. No blocks, you say? Do that. Do they just not really want to fight over this? It's way too risky to Berserk, I think. Brainstorm, sure. Gosh, I'd really like a land next turn. Oh, you know it'd be bad? Wasteland. Bug Beanstalk plays Wasteland a lot. So don't do that. Whew. Oh my god. Everyone scares me. Mm-hmm. Come on, land. Brainstorm. It's a blue card for force. Can definitely go for it. They don't have double green up, so they can't block with endurance. I mean, I could just get them in a quick reflexes. Bind next turn, though, if they don't block. The only concern would be wasteland, pretty much. Yeah. What if I force first? Does that make any sense? I think so, because then... Oh, that resolved really quickly. That could be a bluff. Could be an MTGO bluff. Do that. Maybe I'll draw another one of those next turn. I guess I'll take out their Bowmasters. Alright. It's close. If I had one more mana, I could have berserked there. That would have been real nice. Would also love to draw quick reflexes. That would also help quite a bit. Murktide Regent. In the way. Baragoyf, that one doesn't matter so much. I mean, it's pretty annoying, but... Shoot. One card left. Pendelhaven. Yeah, I think this works, right? 6. Inkmoth. No, Inkmoth is only 6. So I guess I need to play Cub. Hopefully survive. Cub can just block Baragoyf. Sure. Alright. Please don't wasteland me. Don't destroy my Hierarch. Don't do anything. And they're not... Oh, that's right. Yeah, they're not attacking with Murktide Regent. That makes perfect sense. But yeah, I can just bust through it with Berserk. Don't want them drawing anything. Glistener Elf. It's not very helpful. Oh, shit. I'm an idiot. Oh, man. Inkmoth is not a 1/1. So Pendelhaven doesn't work on it. Shit. I fucked up. Alright, play Glistener Elf. They can't block all of them. It feels like hardcast force. Might not be a bad idea. So now I do let Baragoyf hit me, I guess. Yeah, I really screwed that up. I was supposed to... Well, then I wouldn't have had the Cub the following turn. Yeah, everything is just kind of mixed up now. It's all just a little mixed up. I mean, we can always hope that they don't have, like, more blockers, I guess. Sure. But they might have counter magic for Berserk at this point as well. Things are just, not good. There's Invigorate. I'm going for it. Alright, so we're definitely focusing our efforts here on Glistener Elf. Or are we? Classic misdirection would be like invigorating Inkmoth Nexus, right? And then we could Pendelhaven Glistener Elf and Berserk it and win. Okay. We're doing that. You let it go? Does that mean you just don't have anything? Alright, Glistener Elf gets big. What is going on here? They just have counter magic. They're like, this doesn't kill me. I'm not doing anything. If I'm gonna lose Inkmoth Nexus anyways, I might as well Berserk it. Resolves? I'm out of cards. Folks, I have no idea what's going on, but I guess they had just like not useful stuff in their hand. Crazy. I'm 3-0 with Nadu Infect. This is out of control. Okay, folks. Round 4. Things are getting serious. We're 3-0. This hand is great, especially if we're up against something non-interactive. And by the way, my opponent's mulliganing. That might be the case. I have a turn 3 win here. No, hold on, turn 2. If I play the Nexus first, that gives it away, but... Wait, no, sorry, it's not turn 2, because I need to cast the Hierarch. 1, 2 Exalted, 6 Invigorate, 10 Invigorate. So I might as well play the Hierarch. And look like a different deck in case they have like a turn 1 cantrip, and they don't. Prioritize removal against a Noble Hierarch deck. There's some flaws in the logic, for sure. Oh shit. Well, I mean, if they can put a win together next turn, we seem to be up against oops all spells. And it's unfortunate that they play countermat or discard spells. I'll say that. Thoughtseize Bug, Sylvan Safekeeper, not quite. Do that. I guess play the Safekeeper. I don't know. We'll probably lose next turn. I highly doubt we'll survive. I don't know though. They did mold a 5. Shit. Dark Ritual. Alright, sick. So even if they didn't have the Thoughtseize, we would have lost. I think they even had a Pact Negation as one of their last 2 cards. Jesus. No, they didn't. So maybe we could have gone there. This card also has flying though, so I would have needed a Berserk, I guess. Very Macabre, Surgical, Consign, Fluster. We don't have ley lines. Maybe 4 ley lines would have been better than 4 wastelands the more I think about this. It's fine. We're not going to outrace Oops. I think this is probably one of our worst matchups. Except we do have Daze and Force of Will, for what it's worth. So I wonder if I should just bring in Nadu to get our blue card count up to 20. That seems solid. I could also get Grafdigger's Cage. That seems like a fine enough tool. It's not going to do everything, but it's going to be pretty solid. I mean, the good news is that if we do stabilize and like stop their first attempt with like a Force or Grafdigger's Cage or whatever, we kind of do have a pretty quick clock, provided we also have a threat and all that. I don't know. It's going to be tough. So definitely trim Cub, Safekeeper, and Quick Reflexes. We don't need any of that stuff. And Zenith is far too slow. Sure. Force blue card Fairy Macabre seems like totally fine. A couple of threats. Play the Nexus. They kept 7? What the hell's going on? Lotus Petal. Undercity Informer. Alright, Force of Will. Pitch Blighted Agent. Okay. Not so bad, eh? They have no permanent mana source. I'm going to marginally improve my draws going forward, I suppose. Given that I have another way to shuffle. If I hit Invigorate Berserk off my Brainstorm next turn, I can just win, which would be sweet. Okay. Well, comes down to this. A bit of a coin flip. Seems like they kept kind of a sketchy hand on their 7. Can't think of anything else I'd rather have. I don't think they play Chromox. Chromox is not good for this deck. You'd rather play like Spirit Guide or Lotus Petal, just that one burst of mana. So I think Force of Vigor is unconscionable. Could bring another Nadu, But trimming a daze for a Nadu is counterintuitive. We just need the blue card count. I'm not thinking that like Nadu will actually be any good. Specimen's good because it could pitch to force or be a land. So I like that one. Yeah, all the green cards are good. Except probably Green Sun. Or Dryad Arbor. Cutting one or the other seems silly. Let's just cut Green Sun. And yeah, we put it together that time. We had force blue card. Okay, perfect. This should keep me alive for turn 1, and then I can use Specimen to cast Grafdigger's Cage. The one problem here is that if they Thought Seize me and take my Specimen, well, things will be a little screwy, won't they? Things might be a little screwy, huh? Agadim. Oh, they do have Chromox. What the hell? Maybe it's just one of the better options for fast mana. They put a Balustrade Spy under there? Alright, Force, Pitch, Blighted Agent. It worked. Alright, blue card, land, so many good draws. Yeah. I have a pretty hard time getting around a cage. Pedal. Pass. Alright. Blue card, land, same deal. Surgical? None of the above? I guess I'll just wait. I don't feel like I'm really in danger of losing, so... Yeah, that's weird. Tanglespan Bridgeworks, Bridgeworks Battle. So they'd rather have that over Disciple of Freyalise. They might be on a creature strategy this time around. We're still amazingly bricking. Pass it back. Abyssal Harvester. 3 mana, 3/2. Exile target creature from a graveyard that was put there this turn. Create a token that's a copy of it except it's a nightmare in addition to its other types. Then exile all their nightmare tokens you control. I mean, it is a clock. They have 2 cards left. I don't know. This feels very silly, but I'm gonna force. Alright. Oh boy. Starting to get a little scared here. Informer. This would be an awful way to lose. I really don't need much. It'd be nice if they tried to combo actually, because then I could turn on my Surgical and my Fairy Macabre. Boggart Trawler. Oh my god. Yeah, we're kind of screwed. Unless I hit my mana. Which I'm due to be fair. Damn it. Oh god. This is a 4-turn clock. Probably a little faster since I'll probably need to force or activate a fetch land at some point. Call it 3-turn. This is not good. Because even if I do find mana, like I didn't draw a bunch of Invigorates or anything, that would give me a turnaround win. We're just in really bad shape. Alright. See if I can turn this around. Yeah, what do I even do? Probably trade with Trawler. Or I could invest in Hierarch. Take 5 one more time. This Undercity Informer is the real problem, though. I need like a pump spell. Yeah, having more time sounds best. My next card was a land. I wanted that. Yeah, we're just gonna lose to these middling creatures. It's very disappointing. I don't feel like I messed up though. Cause like why wouldn't you keep a hand like that against a deck that can win on turn 0? I feel like I did the right thing. Just did not really work out this time. But we'll see. Maybe I'll top deck Brainstorm. Maybe I'll Brainstorm into Invigorate Berserk or something. Okay, this is good actually. Let's chump. What are they casting in damage? Was that Bridgeworks card? No. Oh, they were just trying to cast something. Second main. Another Poxwalkers. Alright, big draw. Glistener Elf. Alright. It's also really good that I sided out Greenstone Zenith when I sided in Grafdigger's Cage. Because that card does not work with Grafdigger's Cage. Okay, now they're attacking. Block the Poxwalkers, go to 3. It's not too late to draw Brainstorm. Oh my god, it's the Berserk. Wish I could cast this Fairy Macabre. That would have helped quite a bit. So how important is that Exalted? 2 up to 6, and then double that to 12. But if there's no Exalted, then Nexus is only hitting for 10. Yeah. I'll go to 1. Try and top deck that Invigorate, I suppose. It's not impossible. Blighted Agent. Alright, guess that's my new threat. Oh, except this doesn't work. I don't have enough mana to turn them all on. Damn. Yeah, I think they got it. I guess I could trade Inkmoth for Balustrated Spy. Because I think they'll block. Then chump Undercity Informer with Noble Hierarch, and again with Blighted Agent. We'll even get some Infect on the way through. Not much, but some. Alright, so I can still top deck Invigorate, and then have a combat trick when in combat with Blighted Agent, or Pendelhaven. Damn, that was such a good draw. Now they'll just bounce off each other. Unless they find another Bridgeworks battle, that'd be bad. Although this will continually get smaller, thanks to Infect. Oh yeah, I've pacified it. Alright, guess I'll start attacking now. Ah, shit. You gotta be kidding me. You milled an Invigorate! Oh my god, it was probably so close. Shit. I don't know how we're gonna do this now. Days. That would have been so good a second ago. Oh, god. They can't even block, so I can't even threaten. Shit. Shit. That's sad. God, if things were just a little moved around, and the Invigorate was right there. I can't bear this. I can't bear this. Stupid oops all spells. Alright, we're 3-1. Alright, after just a horrible loss to oops all spells, see if I can pull off this 4-1 against my good buddy Hurain. Not sure what to lead with here. I guess Windswept Heath. It's fine. Polluted Delta over there. Ponder. No shuffle. So do I play around Days? I guess so. That land was not a good draw. I'll play out Dryad Arbor. Just in case they're on combo. I don't want to get crushed here. Days. That's not bad. Alright, well, let's get to going. Shadow of Doubt. That's pretty good. I can't daze right now. I could force. I probably should. They'll force back. Just kind of what I wanted. Unfortunately, they will draw a card. Might as well attack. I'm not doing anything else. Let's see what they got to follow up with. Grist. That's pretty good. Seems like some kind of bug control deck. Green Sun's Zenith. Just get a Hierarch. Get it in around a Shadow of a Doubt. Or I could get Scythecat Cub. That also seems good. Or I could take Grist out. But since I have Inkmoth Nexus, that's not really so much of a concern. Shadow of a Doubt seems like it would go along well with Daze. Could also Green Sun for Glistener Elf. And just go wide. Do kind of like that idea. See if they'll trade Insect Token for Dryad Arbor. I'm sure they will. Yeah. Force a Will. Alright. Wasteland, no. No, they're going after my Tropical Island, though. And they have Tameo. I guess I'll play around Shadow of a Doubt. Hit for 1. They'll block. Well, in 2 more turns I can beat this Tameo. But yeah, we're pretty out of this one. Unless I top deck like Berserk, I guess, and they just have nothing. No, they are attacking with Tameo. It's possible they have removal or something. Another Nexus. It's not bad. But I think I want to try and get this around Shadow. They have another one. Sure. That's funny. Okay, now I do hope they hit my Inkmoth Nexus. Oh man. Yeah, we're kind of out of it. It's not looking good. Damn, we'd be in a different bracket right now if things just broke a little to the other side with oops. It's rough. Real rough. Wait, newly controlled? Newly controlled. Slow and steady on this. God, the Pendelhaven too. The Pendelhaven with the Blighted Agent, it just seemed like it was going to break our way. It's absolutely killing me. I need to stop thinking about it. Gotta stop thinking about it. Uro. Assume they'll flip Tameo. Sure. Yeah, we can just go to the next one. It's fine. Don't need to show off Pendelhaven tech. Alright. Nadu. Don't think we're really concerned with Uro. The life gain is usually a pretty big pain in control mirrors, oddly enough, or at least the kind of control decks I play. Kind of interested in Wasteland. And then quick reflexes are good. Berserk is not probably going to work too well. Guess I'll trim a Windswept Teeth. Rather do that. And Green Sun Zenith. Since they're playing, seems like 4 Shadow of a Doubt. We saw 2, and it was a pretty quick game, so yeah. That would lead me to believe they're playing 4 copies. If I had to guess. I can trim a Daze too. No lands, we'll mulligan. No threat. I think we'll go to 5 here. Sure. Don't have to search our deck. I guess we'll just stay threat dense here. Obviously Daze goes, we have no island. And then I guess Brainstorm too, because we have no blue mana. Alright, play Arbor. Which is a forest for Invigorate purposes. It's something I probably should have thought about before running it into Grist last game. Alright, send it back. Delta. Big N. Alright, send it back. Ponder. Tameo. Pendelhaven. What do I play first? Noble Hierarch would be nice. Play Cub. Another Fatal Push. Better Cub than one of our Infect threats. But they're making land drops. They're pulling ahead on cards. It's just, yeah, not really going to go our way. At this rate. Blighted Agent. Can't cast that. Alright. Play Glistener Elf. Abrupt Decay. Yep. Doesn't work on Inkmoth Nexus. Worth noting. Ponder. Uro. This is such a nothing game. Like, I don't even really know why I'm still playing. We just, like, mulled to 5, and their hand was very functional. There's just, like, really nothing to do. Nothing good is happening right now for us. Yep. Guess I'll force that. Haven't really given them an opportunity to use any counter magic, though. Yeah, we'll force back. Why not? Why not? It's crazy how close this is, though. I got Invigorate and Embiggen, the Inkmoth Nexus, Green Sun Zenith. Alright, show me your fucking Shadow of a Doubt. Or days. I'll pack it up there. Alright. I think this was a really cool league. I felt it break when, during Oops All Spells, though. Like, oh man, that really could have broke our way. I really do think it could have broke our way, and I think it could have been a really exciting trophy match. But yeah, then we just got paired up against Sultai midrange, and, you know. Traditionally, Infect really struggles against midrange or control. Control sometimes a little less so because they can't always pressure you as well as midrange. So that was like probably our worst matchup in the last round, but Oops, I really think it could have broken our way. Like if we had drawn the days in a different order and Days Balustrade Spy and just because we pacified that Undercity Informer. We had the two -1/-1 counters on it thanks to Pendelhaven and Blighted Agent. Like it really could have worked out. I really think it could have worked out. But yeah, that's the frustrating part about Oops, I think, is that they can win on turn 1, and if you don't win on the backswing, they can just play these creatures with like 3 power or flying, and yeah, eventually they'll just beat you down. Meanwhile, your deck has to can't really accommodate efficient creature interaction because you have to stop them from winning on turn 1. So yeah, I think that's why people are frustrated about Oops. It's fair. But this deck was really cool. The Nadu didn't really come into play, but I mean, I think it has to be a pretty specific circumstance for you to want the pivot plan when you're playing Infect, just because what you're doing is so powerful. And we didn't really have much use for Legolas this time either, but we didn't really draw it, so maybe that's also not fair to mention. But yeah, I'd be interested in trying this out again. It's a really fun deck. Infect is really fun. I don't know what else to say. Thanks for checking out the league. Check out the Patreon if you want to send in your own donation lists. Liking, commenting, subscribing. I really appreciate all the support, and we'll see you next time.